Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly with the unboxing of the new LG Marquee for Sprint. The LG Marquee is listed as an affordable phone, and that sounds like a good word for me. So let's go ahead and take a look around the box. Here's what is inside the box. My understanding is that it comes with a 2 GB micro SD card and it has 4 gig of onboard storage. We'll just have to go ahead and take a look. One of the big new features is the 4-inch display. It's called a Nova display by LG, and it is a 480 by 800 pixel display. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into the box. This is the LG Marquee. Let's go ahead and peel the plastic off. There's a front camera there, and of course a rear camera. The rear camera is a 5 megapixel camera that can do 720p HD. And I can tell you that without the battery installed, this is a very lightweight phone. So I'm pretty sure that even with the battery installed, it's going to be pretty lightweight. Let's go ahead and dig into the box and see what else we have. Of course, Sprint provides lots of manuals. And Sprint also likes to provide a mailer so you can mail your old phone in for proper recycling. So good for Sprint on that. Here is a standard USB charger and a standard USB cable. Now this has the standard USB connector at one end and micro USB at the other. And we have an adapter. This is a micro SD card adapter to standard SD. I always like it when that comes with a phone. Not every phone comes with that adapter, but it's awfully handy to have. And finally, the battery. The battery is a 1500 milliamp hour battery. Now, I read that somewhere, but I'm not seeing it on this just yet. I don't actually, oh, it's very tiny print. It says the minimum is 1500 and typical is 1540 milliamp hours, 1540. It's very hard to read that. It's a tiny, tiny print. So let's go ahead and pop the back cover off of the Marquee right there. And it's mostly empty space, it looks like here, waiting for the battery to get installed. Now there's the battery. Here is the micro SD card, as I mentioned, that is in fact a 2 gig micro SD card. And there's nothing else. There's no no SIM required because this is a 3G phone for Sprint, so there's no slot for a SIM in there. In you go with the battery and on with the back cover. Back cover is a very lightweight plastic, and as I thought, this is a lightweight phone, and it's also very slim. We'll come take a little bit better look at that, but first let me zoom in a little. Here we go. So here is the LG Marquee. Now, I brought down with me the Samsung Epic 4G Touch. This is the new high-end Galaxy S2 phone for Sprint, and you can tell that it's a lot bigger than the Marquee. So we'll put the Marquee on top. The Marquee is a much smaller phone. As I said, this is a 4-inch diagonal LCD screen that LG calls a Nova display. It's supposed to be unusually bright, and it has 480 by 800 pixels. Let's go ahead and turn it on. See if it comes up. Nothing's happening so far. Let's try that again. Now it looks like the USB connector goes into this port here. I have a charger here in my little studio. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in and see if I can get the phone to fire up. Okay, once I plugged the LG Marquee in, it told me that there wasn't enough charge to get it going. Now it's actually showing that there is a whisper of a charge. So I'm going to see again if I can get it to fire up. Of course, it is now connected to my charger here in the studio. And here we go. While this is booting up, I want to show that it is very, very slim. Again, the Samsung Epic 4G Touch is one of the thinner phones lately, and you can see just how thin the LG Marquee is. Now it's doing a boot up. There's the Sprint boot up screen. And there we go. It shows it has 0 charge. Now this phone is not activated I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that. That is in fact a very bright screen. I'm sure that you can see it quite clearly. I'm going to go to the apps. Typically when I have phones here in the studio, I like to adjust the settings, adjust the display so it is unusually bright, because I find that that allows the screen to show up nicely on TV, on the camera. Oh, it's already set for the brightest possible. So I didn't adjust it. That's the way it came out of the box. And let's go back and go back to the main screen. So there you go. I booted up with the new LG Marquee. Now this, as I said, is a 4-inch display. It runs Android 2.3, and it does have mobile hotspot capability. So you can use this as a mobile hotspot, although you may have to spend some extra money with Sprint to make the mobile hotspot active. Internally, it has a single core 1 gigahertz processor, and so it has not the speeds that you can expect with the dual core processors, but the screen here, this new Nova display, is one of the selling points of the affordable LG Marquee. Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.